Welcome to O's Corner with your host, ONYI.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to O's Corner. I'm your host, ONYI, and I am in so much gratitude for the opportunity, the privilege, the joy of being here and now, in this space, in this dimension, holding this space that is this podcast. And I am in such deep appreciation for your attention, for your energy, for your time. And let's continue on this energy of gratitude, of acknowledgement. I acknowledge our higher selves for incarnating on this earth. My higher self greets your higher self. My Ori greets your Ori. And our collective energy, the collective Ori of humanity. I greet that collective Ori, that collective higher self. And may our individual higher selves do what we came here to do and bring healing, bring joy, bring peace to the collective human spirit. I thank and I honor our ancestors, my individual ancestors, your individual ancestors, our collective ancestors going back to the beginning of time, the ancestors of the lands that we are on. I thank everything that came before us, that paved the way for us. No matter what actions they took, we can use them as reflections to make the decisions for ourselves that are in alignment with our highest good and our destiny and our joy and our peace. May our healing bring them healing, and may we pave the way for our future generations to be at peace and in their joy and in remembrance and knowing of their power. I greet and I am grateful for the directions. I greet and I'm grateful for the elements and elementals. I greet and I'm grateful for the beings in the plant, mineral, animal kingdoms. I thank all of the energies on this beautiful earth, all of the energies outside of this earth. I thank life, I thank existence. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be a part of all of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today is our fourth Friday of the month, and it is a time for collective healing. And for today, what I'd like to do is to lead a meditation for difference. For spring, welcome spring, actually. We are into the first few days of spring, the first week of spring here on the Northern Hemisphere, and in the Southern Hemisphere, that is autumn, actually. So it's just such a beautiful reflection of the multidimensionality of our existence, and to recognize that, we are all having different experiences depending on where we are in our location. And you change the location of a thing, and you change the property of a thing, and you change the experiences of the thing. So the parts of our human family that are in all parts of the world are having all the experiences that they're having, and the collective combination of our experiences just again brings us back to the wholeness of our connection. And so right now I will honor the spring because that's what is occurring on the hemisphere that I am on, and just really sitting with the idea of blooming and blossoming and birth and creation, coming out of winter, coming out of that hibernation, coming out of darkness, darkness and stillness, and, that time of rest, and really stepping into this place of creativity, of something new, and really encouraging everyone to consider difference. Consider what needs to be different across the spectrum, across the board, across all aspects of your lives, your emotional lives and beings, your mental lives and beings, your social lives, business lives, romantic lives, all the different lives of you. What needs to be different? In what ways were you engaging before that no longer serve you? I often talk about the fact that we're shifting and changing all the time. You're moving through multiple dimensions many times per second. So in every given moment, we are different. The person you are at this moment is a different person than who started listening to this podcast. It's just the nature of us changing, and that's not a metaphysical thing. That's not an esoteric thing. It's literally biological, neurological, chemical, like so many different processes are happening all the time. Our cells are shifting and changing and transforming all the time. You're losing hairs all the time. The dead skin is sloughing off of your body all the time. So we are constantly changing, literally. So in what ways are we acting that are similar to ways that we acted before that were appropriate for past versions of us that are not appropriate for current versions of us? What are we holding on to? What are we maintaining that is cluttering up our energy at any level and not allowing new energy to come through, not allowing for space? Sometimes we clear space to just have space and not to fill it with anything. I think we can get so caught up in that idea that we need to fill the space. We can't have emptiness. We can't have just this openness. And I'd like to challenge that. Where I live, I actually got rid of a lot of my furniture and haven't filled it back with much furniture since I did so a couple years ago. And my mind has this idea of, well, you need to get furniture because if people come over, people need to have somewhere to sit and all these different things and these conventional ideas, which on the one hand, if, that was where my joy was and that was what was exciting to me, then yes, fill it with those things to be in alignment with my joy and excitement. But right now, my joy and excitement is centered in having the space. I had someone come over not too long ago and I jokingly said, hey, you know what? You can do cartwheels in my house. I got rid of my furniture so people could do cartwheels, and I was being facetious, but it's like that space to move and jump around and be free and to not see a lot of things. Everything that we engage with, everything we see, everything we smell, everything that is just in our environment, it has an impact on us, positive, negative, and neutral. We are relating with everything around us. We are engaging with all the things. And if there are things in your environment that are no longer necessary for you, the question becomes, why are you holding on to them? Is it for comfort? Is it out of an idea of loyalty? Is it out of anxiety? Is it out of a fear that, you don't have the companionship with people that you prefer, so you have to fill that emptiness that you are experiencing with the possession of material things? Is that the reason? In what ways are your physical environments reflections of your inner environment? And not even in what ways they are. Your inner environment is a reflection of your outer environment and vice versa. And your inner environment has an impact on your outer environment and vice versa. So when you think about it that way, look at your outer environment. What are you holding on to that is not necessary, that has done its job, that has provided you whatever it needed to provide you with, or provide the past versions of you with, that are no longer relevant for this present version? What thoughts and ideas are you holding on to? What beliefs are you holding on to about yourself, about the outside world? What are you holding on to that, again, needs to be released to create and to further allow for that difference? What do you need to shift in your business model? What do you need to shift in the way you create? What do you need to shift in the way you eat? In what ways do you need to be different? How do you need to clear the soil that is your life so that you can plant new and different seeds or even allow the seeds that you planted before to grow. A lot of people out there have planted seeds, but those seeds are not growing or not blooming because there's so much clutter. There's so much space being taken up by so many other things that whatever blooms, whatever blossoms will not have the proper space to be what it needs to be. So what do you need to clear out so that you can bloom in the ways that you need to? Those projects that you are thinking about, have been, just working on for so long, do you have the capacity and the space to allow them to be birthed? If you're spending your time doing so many other things that, again, are no longer relevant for you, you are sure as hell not going to have enough time to really cater to, nurture, grow, raise that project. You want new relationships in your life. Are you taking care of the existing relationships you have? Are there relationships that you are navigating that no longer serve you? Or the ways you are engaging in them are no longer serving you? How do you need to shift and be different in those? Just think about the idea of being and doing differently, no matter what that needs to look like. And really set the intention to do and be something different. Really set that intention. So I'm going to actually transition to a meditation for difference. And for those of you that are operating any type of machinery, driving, or doing anything else that requires your full attention, then by all means, I encourage you to come back to this meditation when you are able to focus on it and you can be more attentive to it versus needing to be attentive to what you're doing. And for those of you that are in a space where you can already drop into the experience, then I ask you to do so. If you're able to be seated upright, with your feet planted firmly on the ground, hands on your thighs, palms facing up, then I encourage that position. And if another position is more in alignment with you, then you are more than welcome to do what feels good. But take this moment to situate yourself, to ground, really feeling into that connection to the ground as a reminder of your connection to the earth, as a reminder of your existence as earth. We are of the earth. We come from the earth. We are connected always to the earth. Remembering that connection, take a deep breath in and exhale, remembering that connection. Take a deep breath in and exhale, remembering that connection. Take a deep breath in and exhale, remembering that connection. Always connected, always connected, always connected to the earth, grounding, centering. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And exhale, release. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And exhale, release what no longer serves you. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And exhale. Continue breathing peacefully and easefully. Peacefully and easefully. And in this moment, set the intention, whether you think, whether you speak, set the intention to remind your consciousness of the permission it has to let go, to release what no longer serves you, to integrate whatever needs to be integrated, to alchemize whatever needs to be alchemized, to shift whatever needs to be shifted in order for you to be more of who you are in this moment. So take a moment to think that to yourself in whatever ways you need to think it, to speak it to yourself in whatever language you need to use. Just take this moment to set that intention, to speak to your consciousness, to speak to all realms of yourself. Remind yourself of that permission. Now I invite you to place your hands on your feet. Place your hands on your feet. Gratitude, honor, and reverence to our feet for moving us in the direction, taking us in the direction that we should go, supporting us, always maintaining contact with the earth, reminding us of our connection. And right now, just focus on releasing energy from your feet, energy that is holding on to any direction that is no longer in alignment with you, any location, any path that has already been taken, that is no longer within the realm of where you need to be going at this time. Just speak to, focus on your feet, and give your feet permission to release any negative energy, any old energy that your feet are holding on to in this moment. And continue breathing easefully and peacefully as you do so. Now shift from your feet and just move your hands up your legs and touch different parts of your legs, your thighs, your knees, the back of your knees, rubbing the entirety if you need to, the full length of your legs, the full length of your legs that are following suit wherever your feet go, that are holding you up, that are supporting you. And continue that process of acknowledgement, of thanking, of honoring your legs for the support that they provide, for everything that they hold. Whether or not you have the ability to move your legs, whether or not you have legs in the physical sense, consider energetically the role of legs, and giving gratitude and thanks for the legs, and releasing from the legs whatever no longer serves them, giving them permission to release what is no longer relevant. Continue that release from your legs. Now move your hands up to your pelvic area, to your waist, your hips, your stomach, that area of your body, your sexual organs, front and back, your core, that center part of your body, the sections that are governed by the sacral and the solar plexus chakra. touch those parts of your body, your stomach, your back. Your pelvis, your hips. Touch all those parts of your body that center your sexual organs. As you touch those parts of your body, saying thank you for the roles that they serve. Thank you for the work that they do. Thank you for how they've supported you. And give yourself permission, remind them of their permission at this time to release what doesn't serve them. To do something different if they've behaved in a way that wasn't in alignment, that was challenged. To shift in any ways they need to shift, not because of any superficial reasons, but for the purpose of supporting you in the ways that need to be supported at this time. Continue touching those areas. Release, release, release. Now move your hands up, further up to your lungs, to your chest, to your breast, to your heart space. Touching different parts of your body in that section, whether you're moving your hands all around or focusing on one particular part of that area. Sending love and gratitude to that area, to the organs, to the systems, to the structure of that area, to your back, to the support that this area of your body provides. Thank you. And as you touch these parts of your body, give yourself permission, remind them of their permission to let go, to release what needs to be released, to do something different if something different is needed. Move your hands over your arms, your elbows, your shoulders, your neck, the back of your neck. Touching those parts of your body, giving thanks and gratitude, honoring those parts of your body, thanking them for what they do, the organs within those parts of the body, and reminding them of their permission to release what no longer serves them, to act in different ways than they've acted before, if relevant for you in this time. Remind them of their permission to let go, to do and be different as is necessary. Now move your hands over your face, different parts of your face, your jaw, your chin, your cheeks, your eyes, your nose, your forehead, the top of your head, the base of your skull, just all parts of your head. Thanking your head, your ori, for everything that it does, what it came here to do, and the ways that it has supported you, giving honor, thanks, gratitude, and also giving it permission to release what doesn't serve it, what doesn't serve you, to act in different ways than it has acted in the past. Continue breathing. And if there's any part of your body that your hands did not touch or that you avoided purposefully for any reason, make sure to go over that part of your body, giving it thanks and gratitude for the purpose that it serves, the job that it does for you, how it supports you. Giving honor, gratitude, thanks, and reminding it of its permission to release what doesn't serve it. Continue breathing as you do this. And now, even though as we touch different parts of our body, this peace will naturally occur, just want to solidify and fortify this aspect. So go from the head, touch the head, and give thanks for your mind, for the role that it serves, for the job that it's done. Touching your head, using the head as a physical container for that mind. And remind your mind to release whatever thoughts, beliefs, ideas, perceptions that no longer serve you, that are irrelevant for the version of you that exists today. Place your hand on your heart, that physical heart as the representative for our emotions, the container for our emotions, using it as a proxy, that physical space as a proxy for what is ethereal. Thanking our emotions, our feelings for their roles, for what they teach us, for what they help us to do, and giving yourself permission, giving that heart space permission to release whatever emotions no longer serve you, to do something different when it comes to your emotions that is more in alignment with who you are in this moment. And one more section. Go back over the belly, that core, that center, our center of power. Our will, our ability to make decisions, to step out into the world, to do whatever needs to be done in order for us to be more of who we are and to fulfill our destinies. Thanking this section of our bodies for the work that it does, and releasing any fear, any doubt, any other beliefs, any other ideas, any tension, any resistance to doing what there needs to be done in order for us to be more of who we are, in order for us to be in our joy. Release. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And just make sweeping, brushing movements across your body. Shake out your arms. Shake out your legs. If you need to stand up, if you're able to stand up and do so, if you need to stay seated, then do so. Just shake out and move about. And again, we are different in every moment. So the version of you that exists now is completely different than the version of you that existed when this meditation began. So give thanks to those past versions of you. Give thanks to the new version of you that exists in this moment. And speak to future versions of you that are doing those things that you imagine you prefer, that are living in the bloom that sprung forth from the seeds that this version planted is planting. And learn from those future versions. Take a cue from them. Dialogue with them. Ask them, how did you go about doing the things that you prefer? I ask that you help me to step into that energy of joy and excitement so that I may also do what there is for me to do in this moment and to release what no longer serves me, to be more of who I am. I thank you. Thank you to our higher selves for this moment, for being here, for agreeing to interact in the ways that we are interacting. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, directions. Thank you, elements and elementals. Thank you, beings in the plant, mineral, and animal kingdoms. Thank you, Earth, for always supporting us. Thank you to everything outside of Earth. Thank you to all the beings that exist. We are all coexisting, co-reflecting, co-learning, co-teaching with each other. May we always remember that. May we always remember that. May we always be in our peace, in our joy, in our love, in our awareness, in our integrity. Ashe.